very warm welcome. As always, a VFR flight, hopefully from Mid-Valley to Zapata County. We should be hugging the Mexican border. Hopefully no fighters will try to intercept us, but we'll see what awaits us. The weather, with this kind of weather, it's kind of unpredictable if the forecast will hold or not. So we'll go right to the like a live prediction. So these are METARs and TAFs for the airports in question, and also some other airports in vicinity. In our departure, we have an overcast layer at 10,000 feet, great visibility, wind 090 at 7, and some pressure slightly lower than normal. And we have quite a good temperature spread from the dew point. Our current destination, the same visibility, the clouds are a little bit lower than that, but it should still allow us to comfortably fly there if it doesn't get any worse. For that, we'll go here, and I'm gonna start using this new version because the old page says that this one will become the main one in a week. So let's get used to it. So this is a prediction for some time there. It's pretty specific, 1832. It's now. I wonder if it really is real data. I doubt it. Okay. Then 20 Zulu, which is in an hour and a half. We could still see that the overcast layer should be fairly high, and we should be fine to fly. We have some scattered clouds here at 2000, but remember we will be flying along the border there. So few clouds 4000. Yeah, I would probably fly at 4500 or maybe just 3000. We'll see. Regarding the winds, if I take the winds at 3000 feet, contrary to our kind of a custom, we should have some tailwinds today. So that's good. And they should be pretty stable. If I check the visibility and ceiling, we can see there is some rain that might be in the area. And I believe this would be some convective. No, it's GRMIT IFR. All right, so from 21 Zulu, basically that's in how many? 3 hours and something. So that should be pretty fine. We should get there in time. So regarding weather, let's plan for VFR. If I check the simulator, clouds look maybe a little bit lower than 10,000, but I cannot really judge that from here. So let's continue. Departure airfield is Mid-Valley. We ended here the last time, so it has one runway, 14 and 32. The winds are from 90 or 090 today, so I believe runway 14 will be slightly more favorable for us. So we'll choose that most probably. I'll also check the winds directly what is in the simulator currently. And simulator has, yes, 86 at 10 knots. So yeah, I would believe that we should use runway 14 for departure. Destination, if you look at it like this, it seems that it's kind of an airport in the middle of nowhere. But there is a town of Zapata, just south of it. It just didn't make it to my screen. And also this body of water, which should alert us that the airport is nearing. And of course, you also time your legs, so we know when exactly, or not exactly, approximately, we should arrive. It's a public airport, runways 12 and 30. We'll see how the wind behaves. If the wind holds at what it reports right now, so 070, just 4 knots, that means that we would be using runway 12 if I'm correct. It's kind of perpendicular even, almost. So yeah, some crosswind landings maybe. Route planning, as I already hinted at in my ad, I would say, I am planning to kind of hug the border and the river. So we'll see how that goes. I planned for some points along the way to cross-check my times and position, and I'm planning to kind of stick to it. I'll switch again to the real map, sorry. And what do we have there? So we depart here. This shaded area means that the class echo starts at 700 feet instead of 1,200. A very small difference, but it is there. Then we have class delta. So we either overfly it, or we need to speak to the controller if they are there. If not, then we'll just bust through. This is quite a big city, so hopefully easily recognizable. When I continue down there along the not coast, sorry, it just resembles coast here. So along the river, I see that we have no other kind of airspace. What is written there, defense area, that's kind of not ambiguous, but the fact is that defense area is everywhere above the US, but for the zones that are marked as 80s, I believe that's aircraft demilitaries identification zone or something like that. So normally you will find this and this like maroon dots close to the shore. For example, here continuous US 80s. That means that here you have like this identification zone. Here, this identification zone is very narrow to be depicted, and this defense area only means here that the 80s doesn't have any real width. It's very narrow, and immediately defense area starts. But there is nothing unusual because the defense area is across the whole US, apart from those special cases. What's really not funny but interesting, and I want to mention it here, when I was contemplating if this was gonna have to be like an IFR flight, what caught my attention is that, well, let's see. No, let's do that in the VFR chart. Who knows what these numbers mean? These bold numbers. Is there anyone
It's
who
the
understand?
elevation that you have to be above, right? Doesn't that say that below 1200 would be detrimental to your flight?
Yeah, so that is the altitude. That is like the lowest altitude that is safe in this whole segment, in his whole like square or rectangle. Okay, so if you are in this position and you are at 1,200 feet, then you won't hit any obstacle, right? So look at this. We have 1,200, 1,200, 1,200, 1,300, 1,500, and then we have 15,200. So is that a mistake, or what do you think happens here in this segment?
I think that's the highest obstacle in the area. It could be like one balloon at 15,000, and then it's for the entire square. It's that number.
Exactly. That's exactly it. This is the restricted area here, and it's caution, unmarked balloon on cable to 15,000 MSL.
Oh, it's actually a
So
balloon. Okay.
it's actually a balloon, yes.
Okay.
So because of this small area, the whole kind of a square here has the minimum altitude of 15,200. It doesn't mean that you cannot fly lower. It's just that, and obviously you can see that, it's flat here, right? So 1,300 or 2,000 is perfectly safe. But, you need to do your kind of research, because there is another obstacle that is 2,300, right? But it's kind of hidden behind this big one. So just be more vigilant. Of course, if you can see, then you can see and avoid, and it's fine.
Thomas, I'm going through that area, and that 2000 obstacle that you mentioned is one of my waypoints.
Yeah, good.
So yeah, and I realized the 15,000. I don't think I can fly 15,000 on my Cessna, so I'll just have to
It's
look
enough if
out.
you avoid this area, you know, then you're
Avoid that
fine.
area. Okay, just okay, okay. Yeah, but that tower of 2000 is one of my waypoints.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Very good. And of course, the Rio Grande. And why did I put it here? Yeah, it's just the remark that we would be following the river, I think. All right, any questions to the route?
Thomas,
None from me.
I just have one question. Going back to the departure airport, does that, I can't remember, does that have any taxiways, or are we going to backtrack on the runway itself? And I'm looking on my MSFS and I don't see any taxiways at all.
So if
I'm
I
trying to
check
figure out where.
here, yeah, it doesn't look like it would have any. I believe that it's a runway and just parallel to it is taxiway,
You
if I
see a
see
taxiway? Okay.
correctly. Yeah, I think it has a taxiway parallel to the runway all the way to the end.
Oh, all the way in the back. Okay.
At least it looks like it from here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Where?
one
Where?
thing. That's one thing that Europe has does it better, and that is that even the smallest airfields have their airport diagrams. This one doesn't have one, at least not publicly available that I can tell, that I can find.
Where are you all? Where are you all parked right now? I haven't picked it up yet.
Well, I am on this apron here, on this big
Okay,
one.
I'm going there. Okay, sounds good.
All right. Was there any other question to the planning, route planning? I believe not. All right. So departure. As always, we are departing under VFR, so we want to clear the pattern safely before making our turn to the en route portion of our flight. That means that we depart either straight out to 500 feet above the traffic pattern altitude, or we can turn to like 45 degrees to the crosswind as depicted here at 700 feet AGL, and then turn on course 1500. If we are kind of planning the departure from runway 14, then I would probably fly here, just turn left, reach 1500, and then do just the overfly the airport and get on course. That seems like the most smart decision. Remember this runway 14 that has a standard left traffic pattern. However, runway the opposite one 14, so 22, no, 26, 36. I'm completely lost. 32. Sorry, I can't count today. So the opposing runway 32 has a right traffic pattern. So if we were departing that one, the only sensible option would be to go either straight or turn right 45 degrees and maybe just turn back and then go our way. The calls, I listed those, so I hope that you were able to download this file beforehand and just go through them. If you have any questions regarding the calls, then I can kind of voice some of them. That's not a problem, just speak up. As always, before departure, check the weather again. So we are doing the briefing right now. We know that now the weather is fine, or it was fine, an hour ago from where that meter was from. So it's always good to actually look outside, look how it looks like, and probably pick the newest meter when we are at it, if you can get it before departure. En route portion. It's kind of, as always, aviate, navigate, communicate. So keep your kind of pilot log or navigation log, something like this that SkyVector can provide for you. But you have all the numbers here, so you can just follow them, or you can build up your own manually. It's not a problem. Keep track of your progress, obviously. So if my navlog says that the lake from Magellan to that small lake I have there should take me like 6 minutes, It should take me about 6 minutes, and then I will mark my real actual time en route there. And if that is very much like smaller or higher, maybe I'm not doing the correct speed, or maybe the winds are different. I need to adjust, accordingly. If we have any ATC online, if we had any ATC online, then we can pick up flight following. So something like November 123 Alpha Bravo, Cessna 152 Slant Alpha, after departure from Mid Valley, 10 miles east of McAllen at 3,000 feet, request flight following to Zapata County. That is something like a call to request the flight following. So the format is pretty simple. So who you are, what you are, where you are, at what altitude you are, and what do you want. And since this is quite a long call, it's always best to kind of first call them. So maybe Houston Center, November 123 Alpha Bravo, good day, VFR request. And when they have time, they will tell you go ahead, and then you can recite your poetry there. Of course, enjoy the views, watch for all the other traffic all the time, and when you are getting close to the arrival, it's good to pick up the newest weather, prepare for the arrival, and kind of determine what approach and what course you're gonna fly to arrive where you want to be. That brings me here to the arrival. We will be coming, or at least I will be coming from the south. It might be different for different people. So depending on the runway, and if we can determine which runway we're gonna use beforehand, then we can plan beforehand. If not, then we would somehow get over the airport to observe the windsock and make our decision from there. But if we already know what's gonna happen, then we have two runways here. So if we are using, and just what were those runways? Let me remind myself. So we have runway 1, 2, and 30. So if we're gonna use runway 30, then when I'm coming here, I would probably maneuver myself slightly off course, so I can fly, if I see the airport, of course, I can fly there and maybe make a turn and join that left downwind, as is recommended. This is like a 45-degree angle to the downwind of that runway, and then continue with my traffic pattern. If I were to land on runway 12 and coming from the south, then I would overfly the field 500 feet above the traffic pattern altitude. These are MSL values here, not AGL. So MSL 1900 is it. Overfly the field, continue at least 2 more nautical miles. So if I'm doing like 120 knots, that means 1 minute of flying. If I'm doing 60 knots, it means 2 minutes of flying. And then I would do a teardrop entry and descending teardrop entry. So I would kind of join this downwind in the recommended way, midfield, 45 degrees to the downwind at the traffic pattern altitude. I find that if I fly here these 2 nautical miles and then do the standard rate turn, so that means 3 degrees per second, I will generally arrive nicely just here on the, like if I straight out my course, I will arrive right in the middle of the runway usually, if I crossed it perpendicular and in the midfield. And then I would just continue straight down. The first radio call that you should make is at least 10 nautical miles from the airfield, and that call should contain again who you are, what kind of type of aircraft you are, where you are, your altitude, and your intentions. So it can be something like Zapata traffic, November 123 Alpha Bravo, is a type Cessna 172, 10 miles south of the field at 3,000 feet, joining left downwind runway 12. And that is all that you need to make that call. And when you are coming closer, you can call and announce, more detailed things, like maybe when you are crossing that, you would say that you're overflying the field, and not at 1,500, but this time 1,900 or 2,000 for teardrop entry into left downwind of runway 12. So everyone knows, what you are doing. Any questions to those traffic pattern entries and departures?
Thomas, I have one question. I
Mm-hmm.
know you made a good observation the last time. So when you're saying, for example, Mid-Valley traffic, November 75600 is a type Cessna 172. Some people I know you basically say Cessna 75600 and shorten it. Now, I know
If
you
you
suggested last time, yeah.
if you shorten it, then don't use, if you fly, for example, Cessna 172, then don't call yourself Cessna and the numbers, but
Okay.
Skyhawk and the numbers.
Oh, okay, Skyhawk. Okay.
Because
Okay.
Skyhawk is totally descriptive, right? Cessna
Okay.
is not.
Now, one question: if I do use the long, is a type Cessna 172, are you saying the entire thing on
No,
downwind, on base,
no,
and
no, no,
final,
no,
or
no,
no?
no.
Okay.
That's just for initial contact,
Okay. Okay.
In all other, as you can see, it's just Zapata traffic, November 1, 2, 3, Alpha Bravo, and then
Okay.
joining left
Okay.
downwind. You don't say your
Thank you.
aircraft type and at each call. That would be pretty congested.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, if, it can happen in real life, if there are like multiple aircraft in the traffic pattern and someone doesn't know, they will ask you, last station calling, say your aircraft type, right? So they can plan around, so they know that if they're like sitting in some 152 and you are flying a Piper Arrow, then you'll probably be a little bit faster. So, in that case, it makes sense, but they would ask, if it would be like of interest to them.
Sounds good. Thank you.
I hope that I will see every single one of you in the air, and I'll wish you a happy flying.
Happy flying.
Happy flying, guys.
So, here we go. We have 5 other aircraft in a nice grid here. I like it. Let's see what kind of aircraft do we have. So we have 1 Kodiak, depicted as Cessna Caravan, and 4 Cessna 172s. Yeah, that looks about right. And then I'm there with the Comanche. So I will need to do everything by the book this time, because it's gonna be first time flying this bird. So let's hope I can make it work. I'll also verify, because we have some. Yeah, this one Fort Worth Center came online, but it's outside of our jurisdiction. So let's not trouble ourselves with that one. So first of all, I believe that what it calls for is to check if we have fuel. And I know what it actually depicts there, if it's the whole fuel or just auxiliary tanks. I don't know really. Probably, yeah, I have full in both, so it doesn't matter, I guess. I'll put my flaps down. I will turn on the pitot heat for a few seconds. Yeah, switch off the master, and I believe it's time for a pre-flight. And where do I get there? Controls. This one is tow. No. Where is the walk around? Here. So I'm starting here in the cockpit and I'm going there. So I actually need to kind of wiggle everything and check. See? It has some movement. Good. You can check the fuel there. seems full. And I will also kind of dip. Yeah, looks good. I'm checking the landing light there. We'll untie this one. Again, checking the fuel level in my main tanks. Looks full. I can close it even now. It's funny. And I'll check the, or put this off. Checking that everything is right here. You can dip. This kind of dipping doesn't work. I don't know why. Let's see that I did it. Checking the propeller and the area for the intake. It's good. Oil. Yeah, we have those nine quarters. It's good. Let's put it back in. Then again, check that we have fuel there. Yeah, a lot of fuel. Did it close? No, it doesn't. Didn't close. Let's see. Now it closes. I wonder what would happen if I didn't catch it. And then this goes out. Untie. I should have probably removed that before touching.
Thomas, are you able to hear me on Unicom or not?
I don't have my radios on, so
Okay.
I don't know yet.
I'm having some.
I try again on Unicom. I'll try. I'm on.
Okay, I'm having some problem because I don't think you can hear me. So let me
It's
check
good.
that out.
Close it. Could I sump here? Yeah, I can sump here. Wiggle this one and check the connections. Good. Then checking the static port. Move the stabilizer a little bit.
Yeah, that was me.
Another static port.
Yeah, I don't think I can hear. So let me check.
Yeah, I have some baggage here.
Is your radio definitely set to Unicom?
Just that one. And we are
Yes,
done.
122.80, right?
Yeah. Are you connected to?
Alright, I will just deafen that one for a while. Okay, let's get on with the starting of the aircraft. And I need to get my cap on. Alrighty. So I'll just take my checklist there and we'll follow that. So pre-flight is complete. Passengers, are you briefed? Yes, you're briefed. Good. Seatbelt secured. Control locks is removed. Parking brake is set. Gear switch is down. Flaps up. Okay, let's go. Flaps up. Radios off. Autopilot master off. Avionics master off. All electrical switches. A rotating beacon is on, so let's put it off. Circuit breakers are in. I don't see any popped out. What happens if yeah, that would be like this, so everything is in. Rotating beacon on. Engine start. So fuel selectors desired tank. And it okay, here are the fuel selectors. So let's use tip tanks. Left tip, Let's just use tip tanks for now. And I hope fuel auxiliary left. Should it be left and right or? Yeah. Okay, let's see. I will just keep it on left. See what that does. Mixture rich. So let's put it to rich. Throttle cracked a little bit. Prop full forward. It's there. Carb heat off. Carb heat is off. Master switch on. And what do I think? Just configure my sounds to be coming from my headset. Oh no, not these. Right. And somebody's already going. Nice. I will actually close the door at this point. Just open this one. Alright. Fuel pump on. Alright. And fuel pressure check. So I need to check where it's a fuel pressure. Fuel pressure. I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, now it's rising. Good. And fuel pump off. Primer 1 to 5 strokes. So we have like 30 degrees out. So let's put it just 2. 1, 2. Should be enough. Max to both. Prop area clear. So clear prop. And start to engage. Good. That seems to be running. It's quite loud, isn't it? Let's do this. I believe we should be... There's headphones somewhere. There is somewhere an option to turn on the headphones. I wonder where that is. I saw that somewhere. Heater, master, disconnect, no. Here it is. Okay. So once I'm talking, I will just keep it here, and maybe when we take off to actually hear that sound, I'll just put headphones off. Okay, pressure, oil pressure is good, oil temperature is good, everything looks great. Okay, what was that? What did I do? Ah, someone spawned inside of me. Okay, let's just move away. Okay, so that was not me. There's some spawner there. Okay, and we'll just lean the mixture a little bit. Great. Now, avionics on. Our primer should be locked. Could I lock it? I believe. Yeah, I locked it. Avionics master on. Very good. Ammeter. Where do we have our ammeter? I should be better prepared. Fuel pressure, yeah, amps are right here. It's right. Radio's on. So let's try to, let's try, yeah, this works. Okay, very good. So I will just configure the Unicom there. I'll also turn on this radio. Yeah, good. And I will verify if I am able to operate it. Yes, I am. Okay, so I'll just put it to 121,500. Good. And
Mid-Valley traffic, Kodiak 36 Foxtrot up at runway 14, 1200,
both.
landing to 2500, departing west, final call, Mid-Valley.
Okay, so this is kind of a autopilot screen. Let's actually go with the map screen for today, but just configure the range. Where is the range? There.
Mid-Valley traffic, Skyhawk 91 Paul Charlie, lining up and taking off runway 14, and after departure we'll turn left, Mid-Valley.
Right. Transponder. I need to turn on my transponder and believe it's in here. This will be my ADF. Yeah, ADF, so let's keep that on. Altimeter set. So let's verify. The elevation is sorry, that's Zapata County. Elevation should be 69 feet, and if I check the weather, it should be 2982. So let's see. Yeah, I will need to do that manually. 29er. It's all the way down. Two-niner 82 there. 69.
Mid-Valley traffic, Skyhawk 29 limo, departure
Yep.
runway 14, straight out
Like that.
departure.
And there we go. There we have one person. Heading indicator. So we'll do runway 14, right? So right there. Let's check. And this actually needs to be. How do I correct this one if it doesn't show correctly? It's this gyro drift. Well, I can always press D, but
Mid-Valley traffic, Skyhawk 91 Paul Charlie at 700 feet,
Push?
one way heading, turning left and leaving
okay, I
pattern,
need to push it.
Mid-Valley.
Okay, good. So
Correction, turning left.
I
and leaving the
strongly
pattern.
believe this is HSI, and it would make more sense if I didn't have to configure that. So let's put it like this. Landing gear lamp is green, that's good. Nav lights is required. Okay, well, I will turn the nav lights on. Parking brake release, brakes on initial road test, yes. Alright.
McAllen traffic, November 36 Foxtrot, type dark, Kodiak 10 miles east, 2500, passing D-class Delta from east to west. McAllen.
Let's taxi. Mid-Valley traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, on the ramp taxiing to runway 14, Mid-Valley. Alright, so let's release the parking brakes.
Mid-Valley traffic, Skyhawk 91 Paul Charlie, flying over midfield at 1500 from east to west and climbing to 3000.
And have I removed?
Mid-Valley traffic, Golf Alpha Kilo Alpha Romeo.
I believe I didn't remove the tie downs.
Taking off
have I?
runway 14 straight out departure, Mid-Valley.
Yeah, tie downs are still on. Now that's better. Yeah. So let's taxi into position.
November 75600, radio check.
5x5.
Thank you.
McAllen traffic, Kodiak 36 Foxtrot, 5 miles east, 2500, entering the Class Delta, traveling west, McAllen.
Too much about this yet. Exit. Okay, let's.
Mid-valley traffic, Golf Alpha Kilo Alpha Romeo, climbing to 3,500 feet. Turning right onto the traffic pattern, Golf Midway traffic.
Just to use the whole runway today. You're awfully close, lady, there. Can I press it to test it? No. How do I test that? This button works. Interesting.
Golf Alpha Kilo Alpha Romeo, midway traffic, sending messages downward, flag intending to the east. Midway traffic.
Blocked.
Midway traffic, Golf Alpha Kilo Alpha Romeo, heading south, heading north at 1,500, climbing to 3,500, and leaving traffic pattern 45-degree angle.
Okay, I just put it here. I believe it's enough. Okay, where are the hold short lines? They are none. Okay. So just put it here.
Mid-valley
Step on
traffic,
the brakes.
November 75600.
Okay,
The
so
type
push,
F1
brakes, hold,
172,
fuel quantity,
taxi to
check.
runway 14.
Fuel quantity
Mid-valley traffic.
checked. Fuel selectors, desired tank. Alright, let's keep it like this. Mixture is required, so it's gonna be full throttle, 2000 RPM. I like how those needles are actually vibrating a little bit. So 2000 RPM, checking the fuel pressure, oil temp, everything looks good. Then engine instruments check, yes. Oil pressure, magnetos check, okay. So first, right magneto. About 100, back to both. Left magneto about 100, that's good. Probe cycle 3 times, okay. Oh, that's a different sound. I believe that's, you know, to just get the engine in there. And I already reduced to 1500. Check that it's steady. Yeah, steady there. Carb heat. Okay, let's check carb heat again. Yeah, I have some prop drop. Very good. Fine. So I believe it's time for before taking. So controls free and correct. Yeah, we're waiting. Someone's waiting there. Alright, elevator trim is neutral. Very good. Rudder trim is required, so let's put a little bit of right rudder, and actually before I'm able to fix it, I'll just do it like this. Actually, let's not do any rudder trim at this point. Door latch, DS flaps set as desired, so I'm gonna do flaps 1, Fuel selector is good. Fuel pump on. The fuel pump is going on. Mixture full rage, probe full forward, carb heat off, engine gauges check. Pitot heat as required, I don't require it. That's off. Strobes on. Yeah, landing lights as required, so it's gonna
So are any of you still on the ground?
Mid-Valley traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, taking off runway 14, straight left 45-degree departure, Mid-Valley.
I think it's just you on the ground, Suresh.
Yeah, I'm up
Thank
here.
you. I think, yeah, one person was in front of me. Thank you.
Right. Airspeed is alive.
I have a shorter route though, Thomas. Let's see if I can catch up.
This is live. So gear up. Okay, flaps up. Should have been closed.
Mid-Valley traffic, Skyhawk 75600, taking off runway 14, Mid-Valley traffic.
Right, climbing up. Forgot to turn on my Google Map overlay. Well, hopefully it will be alright, like it is. Pretty hot engine there. So I will actually speed up a little bit and I can turn around. Mid-Valley traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, leaving the pattern and will be overflying the field, climbing to 3,000 feet, Mid-Valley. So let's actually make it a little bit faster. Yeah, 1,200 is enough. And my first course will be 276 or 275. Like there. And I don't have any timer here, I remembered, so we have clock here. So
Mid-Valley traffic, Skyhawk 75600, overflying the field and
it's
departing the pattern.
23. So it's 23 right now, so let's just make a note somewhere. Yeah, let's say it was 23. In that case, it should take me like how much is it? 7 minutes to get to McAllen. I believe I'll stay at 300 feet for now. 3,000 feet for now. So let's let it accelerate a bit. Far it flies well. And I will just remove manifold pressure. I should be flying at 55% of power. Very good. Right, so far it flies beautifully. Something that looks like rain. What if we disable those headphones? It's just too much noise, isn't it? So I'm doing true airspeed according to the little nav map of 143 knots, not 135 as I predicted. No problem there. If I look at the map, should be hitting McAllen in 14 miles, and as I calculated it was like 7 minutes, so at 30 minutes past the hour. Pretty.
Flashing light.
Flies nicely.
Say again.
There's some rain ahead. Like we
And we
reach
should
Grand
lead,
City.
so let's do lead finder.
Right in front.
Oh.
Yeah, I see it too. I'm sending to 3,000 feet, just to be safe.
This. Now I have some leaner settings. exit. Yeah, there's the field. They should be there at 30. It looks like I'm gonna be there in 28 or 29. Let's say it's just in the middle, so 28. So I'll just do it like here. I was there. Sorry, I was there at 28. In that case, I should be here at 30, 34, and it should be like 277. But I actually wanted to fly along the river, didn't I? But we'll get there. So there we will join the river and fly there from there on. I just won't just maintain these 277. I'll just fly something like 270. Yeah, this flies nicely so far. Now I need to check how fuel tanks. So this is left, right. I don't know. Does it use from both at the same time? I don't know. Probably yes. So while we are flying, let's actually check some cool features here. So I can go here to flight info, I guess. No. Fuel payload, maintenance, engine analyzer. I can see how that engine's running. See, I'm going like economy here. This is a green. Electric system. Alternators working. It's actually very good. Airframe. Good. Flight info, what does it say? I'm doing like true airspeed of 161 miles per hour. Endurance. And where was this fuel payload? Okay, so it eats from both tip tanks at the same time. That's actually good. Nice, I like this. And I climbed a little bit, but I'm not overly concerned. Well, I'm more than 3,000 feet AGO, so I should stick to the levels. So actually get down a little bit. Let's get down a little bit. To like 3,000 feet. As I said, 34 here, and I should be arriving where exactly? It's kind of undefined, so maybe there will be some obstacles, some little lake, might be that one actually. Looks like that I might be there in about 2 minutes, maybe slightly less because I'm going a little bit faster. So far I like this little plane. And fuel pump should have been off already. It's probably, let's consider that it is a little lake, and I see those dots there. Maybe there's some rain, looks like it. We might get wet. When we reach 3,000 feet, I'll just add the power a little bit back.
Someone just passed below me in a Skyhawk. On my left.
Oh yeah, I believe that was probably me.
Are you going full throttle because you were in a hurry?
I pulled it back to about 2,500 RPM.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Pull it back to 2,500.
I was about to say. I've got a 2,300. And that's
Yeah,
fast.
as well.
It's like full throttle, almost.
Almost, yeah.
Oh, virtual AV gas is cheap.
Yeah.
Well, my instructor wants me to fly at 2,000, like 200 only. But when I fly, you know, solo, and I don't want to pay for too much airborne time, you know, I obviously fly faster. I see 3 dots in front of me in the distance.
I see too.
This Comanche is pretty stable airplane.
How fast is it? Cruise.
Well, it's in miles per hour, so.
Oh. Well, that's what I fly in usually.
No, I'm now doing 50% power, and little nav map says that my true airspeed is 138 knots, and I'm 50% power only.
Oh.
God damn.
Wow.
Or 50% rated power, I should say.
I'm using this software called SkyDemon. It's mostly for UK flying, and it's giving me a half an hour limit. Up there it just goes. So,
Oh, we know SkyDemon.
oh, that's
I
cool.
do use SkyDemon, but in the real life, not in the sim. I know that it can be connected to the sim. I just think little nav map is good enough.
Yeah. I helped a bit on the little nav map, helping them get like an installer for
Really?
new installers. Yeah, helped them out with that, just for a bit of a hobby over the summer.
Nice.
Yeah, there's a wall of rain now, going north along the river.
Yeah.
Probably IMC now. Yeah, I can't see
Yeah.
anything now.
It looks like it's raining on the left, it's raining on the right. We're just going through the hole there.
It's, yeah, after you reach the river and make the turn northbound, it's a wall of rain.
Oh,
At least in my sim. Okay, it's now just, everything is grey.
I'm not there yet.
Okay. If this was real life, I would probably go IFR now, Zapata IFR.
Where I'm flying, it's all clear, no rain at all, but I'm inland.
I think you wanted to say, Cloud, that you know, in real life you would just turn back because you're not IFR rated, or are you?
No, I'm not IFR. I'm not rated anything in real life.
Yeah, but here on VATSTAR,
I'm a P1.
P1. So you meant to say you will turn back?
Yeah, if I yes, sure, I would turn back, but
Yeah, I do understand. Don't worry.
yeah, if this was an exam, I'd say no, I'm not flying today. I'll turn back. Sure. I think I am going IFR now. Doesn't make any sense. Just gray matter now everywhere. Okay.
Nice bit of tailwind to push us along too.
So let's check. It should have taken like 7 or 8 minutes. So at 42. We around Rio Grande City. So it's actually probably the one in front of me.
Does anyone know how to set the trim? Because whenever I click it for more than a second, it just pitches my nose down because it's like a exponential kind of thing. Does anyone know how to change that in Microsoft Flight Sim?
The only advice I can give is to get an external software controlling your trim. I gave up on that in the simulator itself and configured, you know, I believe I use Pad Next for that, but you know, it's a paid software, so it depends.
Yeah.
But if anyone has any experience in like in-sim settings, then please share your knowledge.
It annoys me. I'm used to X-Plane when everything's all nice and linear. Changing to Flight Sim was a big shock.
Yeah, well, MSFS can be, you know, used to your advantage, but yeah, let's say that some things need some tweaking.
Yeah.
How come you changed?
I have both. I mostly use
Visuals.
yeah. I mostly use X-Plane for IFR flying and Flight Sim for VFR, because it's, say what you will, it's damn pretty.
Yeah.
It is at
Get that.
that, yes.
Yeah, you just don't get that with X-Plane, unfortunately.
Well, I have no first-hand experience with X-Plane, but when I see students flying X-Plane, it always seems, compared to MSFS, that they're like driving like on rails. You know, are like no gusts. Not the, but maybe, you know, it's just the settings that they selected. I don't know.
Yeah. Like there is a couple of gusts in X-Plane, but there's certainly not as much. It's not got like a shaky cam effect almost. But yeah, as I said, it's more. I like it for IFR flying. That's what I'm used to.
So this should be Rio Grande City at 42 or 41. Looks correct. Afterwards, we'll turn again to 75 or thereabout, and we have the river there, Rio Grande. So let's mark it as 42, shall we? Maybe next time I'll just take 4 minutes to 46. And we should be arriving at Ciudad Miguel Alemán. But still flying along there. Well, I cannot see the road. Let's say I see the river. There should be a road as well. Maybe this, no, this is the river actually, or is it? So it is obvious that I'm flying in your airplane because you all departed before me. I spent quite a lot of time on the ground.
Oh, someone's behind me, basically.
And now you'll be able to kind of judge my landing. I'm afraid of it already.
Mine isn't much better.
Eugene, how do you feel about that wall of rain up front?
Well, it doesn't look like there's much I can do about it.
I also see a wall of rain, but rain should not mean like zero visibility, right? If it's heavy rain, yes, it will impact the visibility quite much, but maybe not to zero.
In my experience, it does in MSFS. It's just medium rain, it's almost zero visibility. Probably not the case in real life, but yeah, I'm going to Laredo now.
Where are you going?
To Laredo International, Kilo Lima, Romeo Delta.
You're diverting?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't have any published procedures, and I guess even the minimum vectoring altitude is above the ceiling, the cloud ceiling. So
yeah, well, I would say that minimum vectoring altitude will be quite low in this area, because if you check the IFR charts, the Oroka there, you know, or VFR, or VFR is not Oroka, but I don't know how that's called right now. But I believe that it should allow, you know, for vectoring a little bit lower.
I think it's 1000 something, I guess. I forgot already.
Yeah. So the vectoring altitude might be like 2000 maybe, I don't know. I haven't checked the actually minimum vectoring altitude.
I think it's, oh yeah, it's a bit of an abstract chart. The minimum IFR altitude is, yeah, good question. Where's the airport on this chart? I guess it's 2000 something, the minimum IFR altitude, and the minimum vectoring. I guess 1700 or 2000. Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's marginal at best.
Someone is right on my tail.
My next flight lesson is simulated IMC with Foggles, so I might as well fly into this rain and get started with it.
Nice.
Yeah, I just entered the rain and
yeah, I see you. Just below me.
So I'm now turning towards that wall. So how is the visibility actually there?
What visibility?
It's not very good.
This is scary. I don't like this.
How bad is it? Yes.
Can it be underflown?
I doubt it. From me, it's all the way down to the bottom.
I was at 2500 and that's all the way down. I couldn't see the ground. So this was a P1 exam, I'd say no.
Yeah.
I'm not Scott running that.
I'm descending 2500, just in case.
Well, I am at 2800 or something.
Yeah. I see it just off to my left side.
Probably not me. Probably somewhere behind you.
Huh? Oh, I see you. On the radar. No, someone all but overtook me. Just off to my right side.
I still see those lights through that rain.
Yeah.
And is it rain or is it some kind of fog or?
Oh, it's rain. Yeah, I'm at 2,000 feet and I can just barely see the ground.
Well, I always liked flying IFR.
The thing is, I, of all people, should not enter that under VFR rules.
Why is that?
Something having to do with an INS next to my name at VATSTAR.
What about wrong flight rules?
If I were on my Caribbean tour, then I would immediately declare that as an RVR. Oh, was it? Yeah, RFR. RFR. But I'm not. It's kind of scary here. I wonder if I just make a turn here and wait, if I can maybe wait it out a little bit. Making at least one turn now. See. So I definitely don't want to fly into that.
I think it will keep raining for at least another hour, if the forecast is correct.
Well, I see some airport close by, but maybe it's on the Mexican side.
It's fog. I don't think it's rain. I'm not getting anything yet. Traffic in sight, right side.
It also doesn't look like I would be able to overfly it, right?
I'm at 4,000, still dark.
Thomas, how far are you from the destination?
I was like 30 miles away.
Okay. On my route, I'm like 40 miles away, so I'm behind you.
Yeah,
Ooh.
but
I'm turning around. I don't like this.
yeah, I see some beacon there off to my left, and I'll just head for that to see if I can arrive there and.
You all having bad weather?
Yeah, it's awful.
Oh, really? Okay.
It looks like an average English day.
But I think what I'm seeing is the Rio Grande City Muni airport.
Is it
But
open?
that doesn't make any sense. That would mean that I would fly all the way back to Rio Grande City. Could it be? Yeah, it could very well be that I will end up there. Or I might try to circumnavigate this thing. And then I would need some help from GPS. Because I haven't planned for that. Yeah, let me think. I'll just mute myself here on Discord and I will think aloud. Alright, so what's to do there? I'm not flying there. If I turn left, what's the weather there? 1915. It's kind of. Forecast 5, there's a rain, but 10 nautical miles of visibility. There looks like there might be like a way to punch through, but that's not really certain. So I'll actually fly here. definitely doesn't agree with the forecast. If I check the METAR at Zapata, it says that yes, there is a rain, but also 10 statute miles of visibility.
Depends on the model, on which model you use for the forecast.
Yes, but all it says is that there is a rain and also good visibility.
It could possibly be that the rain ahead of us is just like a wall, but once you push through, it's okay over there. Just back coursing at the moment.
And there was a low ceiling forecast, at least on Meteor Blue, but yeah. Let's see, small time model. It's not available for cloud layers.
Yeah, but I guess that I will actually... Yeah, I guess I will actually simulate that I have like a pop-up IFR and I will actually try to push through on the... I will tune the VOR there, if I can get it, of course, and try to fly according that.
I knew it.
Let's see. Yeah, well, if I actually do the VR stuff and like a pop-up IFR, then yes, I can.
Over 20 knots of tailwind. Making good time for once.
Good for you.
Just counter traditional. Normally it's headwind only, always.
I'm gonna divert, I think, to the Rio Grande Municipal. I don't think it's worth it.
Big, yeah, literally big layer of rain.
Yeah.
Thomas, do you think that in Microsoft Simulator they will simulate the high altitude balloon?
No.
Okay. I'm in that area right now. I'm there right now. I was looking for... Well, here I don't have any weather problems and I've seen so many windmills and a tower, which is how I was navigating today, and I think I've been mildly successful.
Okay. I wonder if I have any DME on this thing. I don't think so.
Zapata County traffic, Skyhawk Mile Mile Charlie, is about 10 miles south at 2,000 feet. And we're coming in, join. I'm not sure yet. But we'll join the pattern.
Skyhawk 659 is approximately 5 miles to the southeast, inbound for approximately 5.
grounded traffic, Golf Alpha Kilo Alpha Romeo joining the right hand pass for runway 16, Rio Grande traffic.
Right, so I have the correct one. Now I don't have the DME equipment here, so I can either find the distance on this. Guess I'll have to do that.
Zapata County traffic, Skyhawk, and 1 Ball Charlie. Will fly with the fuel at 1,900 and join left downwind teardrops for runway 12. Easy weather permits, Zapata County.
So I guess I can tune it, like find it here. Yeah, that's rain. Nearest VOR. Let's see what it brings. KLRD 60.8. Just keep it like that so I can see the distance. And I will need to find out how the hell do I make DME here. Maybe if I don't have this unit, I will try to check after I land different setups. Maybe the different setup would give me a DME.
Rio Grande traffic, Golf Alpha Kilo Alpha Romeo, flying the field at 1,500 for teardrop entry into left downwind, runway 16. Rio Grande traffic.
So how does it look like at Zapata? Is it clear or?
No.
So
No.
how the hell are you landing there?
If we got low
What?
enough, we can see it.
Yeah,
Okay.
down around pattern altitude, it's not too bad.
Well, I'm simulating that the ATC gave me a clearance to fly the VOR radial. That will get me directly over the field. I have a feeling that what A2A did with this airplane is that they completely ignored the kind of air current introduced by the simulator.
I think that's what I read as well, like an external program that does all the simulating.
Yeah, it does the simulator, the flight model, and so on. But I would still prefer if you know, if they also took into account these air currents that MSFS does, because otherwise it again flies like on rails, even through rain and so on.
I'm not sure if these currents are accessible via the API, so I guess it's the only choice they have at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know. I will actually ask on the forum. Yes, it again flies like on rails, and that's less realistic than it could be. Especially in clouds where you can expect quite a turbulence.
I'm not sure if I can do anything about it right now, but maybe if they release the 2024 version, they can make it accessible. At least read only or something.
Traffic, Skyhawk 911
Maybe.
2 miles north of the field and turning
Oh,
right.
I reversed course, now I have
downwind
headwind.
for
Curse you,
12.
headwind.
Zapata.
Well, this is not what 10 statute miles of visibility looks like.
And they forgot the decimal. It's like 0.1 statute miles.
Yeah, it would read different in the METAR. That was the case. Should be just drizzle there.
MSFS and rain. I've made it a habit if there's rain in the METAR, I just assume there's no visibility in the MSFS.
You might be onto something.
Yeah.
Traffic, Skyhawk 629 Lima, left downwind for runway 12.
Zapata County, Skyhawk 915 Charlie is also about to enter left downwind for 12, but do not have the traffic inside, so I will do right 360 north of the field. Zapata.
Traffic, Skyhawk 629 Lima, leaves for runway 12. Zapata traffic, Skyhawk 6529 Lima, going around runway 12, Zapata.
Runway traffic, Golf Alpha Kilo Alpha Romeo, turning left into the main leg.
Zapata County, Skyhawk 915 Charlie, joining left downwind for 12, Zapata. Zapata traffic, Skyhawk 915 Charlie, left base for 12, Zapata.
Zapata traffic, Skyhawk 29 Lima, left downwind 12, Zapata.
Zapata traffic, Skyhawk 1 Bravo Charlie, turning final for 12 Zapata.
Let's see what meter they have here. They still have the old one. 15 minutes, there's a new one.
Yeah, if anyone's diverting to Rio Grande, don't. There's so much crosswind.
Yeah, so was it like unlandable or very hard?
It's landable, but it's just, it's like gusty and not nice.
Zapata traffic, Skyhawk 659 Lima, final 12, full stop.
Zapata County, Skyhawk 1 Bravo Charlie is on very short final for 12.
Zapata 29, Skyhawk 29 Lima going around 12. Spot. Wow, sorry about that, Klaus.
Is it really bad over there?
Zapata County, 1 Bravo Charlie, going around for 12.
It is quite gusty. No problem, Eugene. I was on a long final to begin with.
I'll go ahead and do an orbit to the right, give you some room.
Roger.
Zapata County traffic, November 75600 is the type Cessna 172, is 10 miles southeast of the airport, planning to join left downwind runway 12, Zapata traffic.
Zapata traffic, Skyhawk 29 Lima, 1,400 feet, departing pattern to the west, Zapata.
Zapata County, 9 Bravo Charlie, left downwind for 12.
Yeah, I just overflew the field.
It seems it's getting a lot worse.
Well, it should be drizzle only by now. So MSFS has it wrong again.
Well,
Just
that
look
could do
down.
with some improvement. Let's see, maybe if I can get a webcam somewhere over there.
Zapata County, 9 Bravo Charlie, left base for 12.
I'm actually going ahead and I will look for the Laredo, approach charts if I can use anything there.
I've just pulled up a webcam image and visibility is fine, not great, but fine, way better than so.
Webcam?
Yeah, webcam. But it's like, okay, correction, it's like 48 kilometers away from Zapata, so probably not representative. So yeah, MSFS has it wrong again.
Zapata County traffic,
Using a webcam, we
9
can
Bravo
measure
Charlie,
something we already
going
know.
around, do not have the field in sight anymore. Zapata.
Yes. So what we're gonna do?
There's that range airfield just northwest of Zapata. Maybe that's better.
West of Zapata?
Northwest.
Santa Maria? And northwest. Yeah.
San Antonio range, I think.
Corralitos.
Oh yeah, that one.
That probably won't be any better. I'm going for Laredo, and I'll shoot some instrument approach there.
Yeah, I'm aborting Zapata because it's impossible to find the runway.
I agree. Where are you diverging to, Tomas?
I think Laredo International, Lima Romeo Delta.
It has VOR for runway 14, as for runway 18 right, so yeah, it has like 10 approaches.
Yeah.
Zapata County traffic, 915 Charlie is leaving the pattern to the northwest at 2,000 feet. Zapata.
Yeah, I'm on the blocks at Rio Grande. First time I've had to divert in VFR just from a wall of rain. That was fun. Thought Texas was supposed to be sunny. Anyways, I'm going to be heading off now, guys. I've got something I need to do. It's fairly late, but thank you very much for flying, guys. I'll see you around.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Actually going for the RNF approach.
Runway 14.
Yeah.
That's what I use as well. The METAR says light rain. You can't see anything.
Yeah. Right, so we're gonna fly to Hisig, then we're gonna do a procedure turn 3000 and just descend LPV. I guess we have an LPV functionality. Where do I switch here to GPS, if I can even? I should have studied this aircraft more. HSA turn current autopilot, okay, there are just... Oh, maybe CDI, GPS. Let's see. Yeah, So here I change it to DTK is 332 there. And I should be at 3,000 feet. So was anyone able to land in Zapata?
I don't think so.
But you were on short final once, right?
Yeah, but I came down way too fast and bounced a lot, so full power battle.
And then you lost the chance.
Yeah, I should just have bounced it down, I guess.
Okay.
But now I get to do an ILS instead.
What ILS?
1.8 right?
1.8, okay.
I don't have the RNAV.
I will need to ask on that forum about that simulation of the air currents, because that's actually one thing that I'm missing. Already so used to it that and I think that's one thing that the MSFS does pretty well. You know that the ride, you know, in an airplane is not always smooth.
When I used to read the MSFS forums, people were complaining about the nose bouncing around all the time.
Yeah, because they're so used to, you know, simulators not doing that.
Even people claiming to be real-world pilots.
Must fly in some flat areas without any mountains. Hello, Danish guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. This sandcastle is now the highest mountain in all of Denmark.
Castles?
Sandcastle. Like on the beach.
Yeah. You know, here when it blows, you know, across the mountains, it's really joyride, you know.
Really what? Really chilly?
Really joyride. Real
joyride,
you know. Yes. You can't keep altitude, you know, within 200 feet, and you can't keep the airspeed, you know, due to the gusts and bumps and everything.
So I guess if you go IFR on a small plane, you just get block altitude clearance.
I guess. Sounds about right. I can barely see the ground.
So what are you guys doing then?
Well, I'm flying to Laredo, and I will do the RNF 14 approach.
Okay, so I need to figure out, because I'm not experiencing any of those approaches.
Yeah, if I were you, I would find some airfield, you know, that is not in this drizzle with 10 miles visibility, and land there. Or you can do the landing, you know, off field.
Or I can change the weather to clear skies.
Or that. But then
Yeah.
we would all laugh at you.
but now I'm lost because now I think I've lost my bearings. Yeah.
So you are also in the soup.
Yeah, I'm within 4 or 5 miles, but
But
because
you
I
must
lost my bearings.
you must congratulate yourself. You know, I've read somewhere that the average, you know, lifespan of a VFR pilot that makes it into IFR conditions is like 180 seconds.
Okay. And if I fly very low, am I able to get in?
I would like to think that I would be better at it, you know, even in real, but I have no way of knowing what would actually happen.
If you get down to like 600-700 feet, you can see the ground.
But do you know there is no hill?
Yeah, you're right. Well, let's see what to do now.
Only one way to find out.
Yeah.
Thomas, do you remember we talked about the gyro drift in MSFS?
Yeah.
Now I've flown for 1 hour and it drifted only about 7 or 8 degrees. And in real Cessna it seems to adjust it like every 15 minutes a lot. So
Yeah,
I think,
yeah, because it depends both on Earth rotation and also on like the internal friction.
yeah, so I need to add some more friction to my virtual HSI.
Yeah, when you figure out how to do that, let me know.
I think I can do it programmatically in Air Manager. Maybe I can find a way to do something about it.
Maybe. Well, I'll go and concentrate on the approach now, because I'm like nearing the initial approach fix. So talk to you later.
Happy landing.
Good landing.
Thanks. All right.
See you around next week or 2 weeks.
See ya.
Bye.
See you.
Good journey.
So fuel pump on. Now I guess I should fly like 1 minute. mixture. Yes, it's about 1 minute, so let's do the turn. It's quite a steep turn, but alright. This indication glide slope doesn't seem right. Should not be descending. Oh, who is it? Oh, that's Lady. Oh, that's this one. Oh my god. I'm way closer than I should be then. But let's put the gear down. Laredo traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie on 5-mile final runway 14.
Laredo International Traffic Sky outbound on Bravo Charlie. It's 5 miles south of Laredo VOR at 3,500 feet, and it's on the ILS 18 right approach Laredo.
I'm just going to turn on my GPS now. I'm like 5 miles away, but I cannot see a thing. Maybe another couple of miles.
Okay, flaps 2. Laredo traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie Romeo at 3-mile final on for runway 14. And land with flaps 2. fast. Actually put all the flaps there.
Laredo traffic, Skyhawk 91 Bravo Charlie, flying northbound over the field at 2,500 on the ILS 18 approach. ILS 18 right approach. Laredo.
Okay, so let's stop here. Laredo traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie vacated the runway at Delta and waiting. Alright, so what do we do? Stand by there, fuel pump off, flaps up, strobes, I will keep them, I will be crossing the runway, landing lights off. Make sure lean as required, trim neutral. Okay. And let's see where we are going. We cross this, okay, into Laredo traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, entering runway 18 right and taxiing on the runway. Will vacate at Golf 2. Laredo. Oh, there is taxiway in front of me. That's strange.
So it has, things have cleared up a little bit, at least at 1,500 feet. Thomas, are you able to see that too?
See what?
Are you able to see the runway? Because at 1,500 feet I can see the runway very clearly.
Which runway? Or the airport?
Well, the runway 12 is where I'm planning to land.
I'm nowhere near there.
Oh, okay.
I
Oh,
diverted to Laredo.
okay. You diverted. Okay. Well, things got better here, so I should be able to land.
Laredo traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, vacated runway 18 right and taxiing to the general aviation parking, or rather general aviation hangar, Laredo.
Radio traffic, Skyhawk 6529 Lima is on the RNAV 18 right approach, Laredo.
Are you still planning to come to Zapata, Thomas?
Laredo traffic, Skyhawk 9 Bravo Charlie is on the ILS 18 right approach and currently 10 miles north of the Laredo VOR.
Oh, I'm staying at Laredo.
Okay.
Because, you know, it's raining here. I can't see a thing, so I'll just stay here.
It's gotten. I mean, there is fog, but at least at 1700 MSL, it's okay. You can see it.
Radio traffic, Skyhawk 29 Lima is on a 5-mile final runway 18 right, Laredo.
Laredo traffic, 9 Bravo Charlie, I have the Skyhawk to my left, so I'm doing a right 360 on the final for separation, Laredo.
I did have to resort to GPS in the last 3 minutes. It was just too foggy. And you were not there on the ground, Thomas, to help me this time.
Sorry, come again?
I said you were not there on the ground to help me, so I did resort to GPS in the last 2 minutes. Anyway, Zapata County traffic, Cessna 75600, joining left downwind runway 12 at the 45.
So parking brake is on. Radio's off. That's about what I can do with radios off. Transponder off, that's standby. Avionics master off. Throttle closed, mixture idle cutoff. Magnetos off. Control wheel secure, doors, windows closed. So control lock. There. Tie downs. Wheel chocks. And I can turn off the parking brake.
Zapata County traffic, Skyhawk 75600, turning base runway 12 for full stop landing, Zapata traffic.
All right. So it didn't. This flight definitely didn't go as planned. We needed to divert, switch to IFR. I still think that the weather representation in the simulator was kind of wrong. The visibility should have been much higher. But yeah, that's we could not really influence that. So I'm glad that we were able to land anyway, and hopefully see you next time. Bye bye.